Welcome to the Farmer Show, where we talk about everyday life and give advice. Any advice we give is based on opinions, not facts. I'm your host, Lovey.
And I'm your host, Z. Our Instagram is thefarmers_show.
That's THEFARMERS_SHOW.
Make sure y'all follow us there and show us some love. And today's topic is raising fur babies.
But before we get into it, wherever you are listening from, I hope you're having a fantabulous day.
Facts. And tomorrow is April Fools. Do people still celebrate April Fools? Like, I don't hear much. I don't think last year on social media and stuff like that, I didn't really see much of like April Fools. So,
right.
Let us know if y'all still celebrate April Fools or not. Me personally, not really. I mean, back in school, yeah, you would be, April Fools. But
April Fools in general.
Yeah.
And if you are playing somebody's food, stop it.
All right, so let's get into it. So raising fur babies. You want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, so as y'all know, or, from us mentioning in our very first episode of the podcast, we have a dog named Debo, and we have a cat named Simba.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about their breeds?
So Debo is a pit bull terrier, and Simba is, I guess she's like a Bengal /
Tabby mix,
tabby.
yes.
Yeah.
So, Debo's he's a red-nosed pit, so he's like a brown and white mix, and he has beautiful eyes. And Simba, she has these white paws, a white underbelly, but she's gray with black stripes on her.
Yeah.
Super, super cute. And I just kind of I guess we could talk about what pet we were leaning more towards, before we even thought about getting a pet, what pets we were looking forward to a little bit more. I'm more of a cat kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm more of a dog kind of person. At first I wasn't. When growing up, I was scared of dogs, believe it or not. Even the little small dogs, I was scared of dogs. But my mom had got, I call him my little brother. His name Aiden. He's a little Yorkie. And I just fell in love with him. So I was like, man, cute. I have to get a puppy. But then I was like, I don't want a Yorkie for say. I want more of a bigger dog. So, I was like, okay. In my mind, I wanted a pit bull, a blue nose pit bull. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was into.
We got the complete opposite of that. How did you imagine, having a pet would be?
I would say I didn't think of it as all the responsibilities that, it really is. I was just like, oh, they cute, fluffy, and, I didn't really think about it as much of how...
just something to hold, really.
Yeah, just something to hold and play with and stuff like that. But they're actually babies for real.
Mm-hmm. They definitely are a lot of work. I've had a pet before Debo and Simba. Well, I don't consider them to be pets, y'all. These are really genuinely our babies. You know what I'm saying? But I had a fur baby before. I had a cat named Nunu. And Nunu is a boy. Just to let y'all know. Growing up, we always misgendered our cats. It would have a girl name and it'd be a boy. It would have a boy name and it'd be a girl. So we also had a cat named Sebastian. And we found out the hard way that, it was actually a girl. So we had my god babies actually decide to add a Lynn to it to make it a little bit better. So Sebastian Lynn. Little stuff like that. So what about you? You had a pet before?
I had a fish. That's about... Yeah, I had several fishes. They all wanted to die for some reason. They just kept swimming up to the little, the little filter thing and dying. I mean, literally the next day or a couple of days, I was like, why do y'all keep causing suicide? What is it? And I really, we had so many. We had, the little clownfish. Mm-hmm. We had, I don't think we had a dory fish, but we had goldfish, the little kissy fish. It was so many little pretty fishes, and they all wanted to commit suicide for some reason.
It's bad when your fish is depressed.
For real. I was like, why? God, please.
I guess we could also talk about what led up to us getting Debo. So, it's been well known that everybody knows that we wanted a dog.
Yeah.
My sister...
before then,
mm-hmm.
What would you say, can you remember the time when we didn't have Debo and Simba? How that was like?
I think we had a lot more free will. I'm gonna say free will. We have free will anyway, but we could go more places.
Yeah, because now we gotta. It's just like literally just like kids. You gotta find a babysitter for them and stuff like that. And of course, they have like the dogs and cat kind of boarding and stuff like that. But that costs money,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you really have to like really set time aside and plan stuff out. We can't just jump up and go like anybody else could, because we have these fur babies and stuff. And I love them. Don't get me wrong, but I felt like I should have cherished like
the time prior to
right?
that,
Yeah,
like they are our babies.
Right,
we're parents at this point, and it's like Debo also has separation anxiety.
Yeah,
so he gets really sad.
Mm-hmm.
He's really down when we're not around him, and it could be a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
because also too when we're around him, he gets so happy, and he's like hopping and jumping all over the place. And
yeah, he's a jumper for sure.
He really is.
He like to give hugs.
Oh my God, the best, most hurtful hugs on the planet. My God, you might as well hug Wolverine. But like, the thing is, like, Debo is like, we always knew that our dog name was gonna be Debo.
Yeah, because when we was talking about like getting like a pit bull and stuff, we just thought, what is like a hard name, but a name like I didn't want him to be mean for say, but I just want a name that would kind of stick out, that so people can be like, okay, let me not mess with him. But little do he's friendly, he's sweet, he's very lovable sweet and stuff like that. So it was just like
everybody
Debo.
Everybody else naming their dog like Ghostface Killer, Menace, Terrorist. Like, my God, like chill. We just did Debo, what I'm saying, from the Friday movie, because I feel like that name is like he made that name really, really like a hard name.
And he acts just like Debo. Like he just
in every sense of the word. Like the thing is, okay, so my sister, her uncle had 2 dogs, a boy and a girl, and they ended up having a litter. Mm-hmm. And so she had offered to pay to, for Debo to help us get Debo.
I think that was like your birthday gift or something.
Yeah, basically it was like a birthday gift. And in my mind, like, we're planning on Debo being a chocolate brown dog. That's what we were aiming for. Yes. But his his sibling just so happened, the chocolate brown one just so happened to be a girl. We didn't really want a girl. Yeah. We wanted a boy. You know what I'm saying? We wanted a boy. And then it's like when we went in to pick him out, and we're looking around. Of course, the brown one we thought we were going to get ended up being a girl. And then we just seen Debo, brown and white self. He was so cute. Like,
he was adorable.
Just absolutely adorable. So it's like, we had to wait to get him because, he had to grow up a little bit, get milk from his mother and stuff like that. So, they would always update us on how he was. So we started learning more about Debo. It's like, oh, snap.
He's really acting like Debo. Yeah, because, he'll be like, they'll put the food out for all the little puppies to get. And he'll just be Debo and then like stepping all in the food and stuff, pushing his siblings out the way. I'm like, Debo.
Like, they're on the side of the boats. He's coming down the middle. Like, he don't want nobody to eat. Like, he literally was Deboing up. Like, he'll put his body on him and all this other stuff. It was just insane. So we had to meet her halfway by the time it was time for us to actually take Debo home and stuff. We had to go out of town and find a place to kind of like meet.
And we actually got a video of that on our YouTube page at the Farmers, _ show. Yes. So you can go and see us actually get Debo for the first time, give him a little bath and stuff. It was nice. It
really was, because he was just so cute, and it's just insane to think that we almost didn't get him.
Right.
I can't imagine life without him. He was just so cute and sweet. And then it's like when he was around maybe the 2-month mark, I believe that's when we ended up getting Simba.
Yeah, I think we got her.
He was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'd say about 3 maybe.
About 3 or 4 months. Yeah, he was about 3 or 4 months old. Mm-hmm.
And we ended up getting Simba. Oh my gosh, she was so tiny. Like, she was so, I can't even describe how tiny. What would you say? What would you compare it to? Like,
my hand. Like, she was just really, really little. And how we ended up getting her, and it's crazy because it's like we didn't have to pay for either one of them. They were like gifts. One of our neighbors, her cat had a litter, and we she just asked if we wanted to catch. So it was going to get rid of him. So the way we ended up picking Simba, it was just crazy, right? Because we brought Debo with us.
Yeah.
To pick his little sister out. And all Simba's siblings, they were hissing and all this other stuff and all this other stuff. Simba was the only one that did not hiss.
She was the only one that did not hiss at Debo. So we was like, okay.
We want that one. That's the one for us. And I don't think we got to take her home right away.
No, it won't right away.
Yeah, we didn't get to take her home right away. I think it was like a couple days and we got to take her.
No, I think it was like close to a month when we actually took her home. Yeah, because it was a while.
Yeah, it was a little while before we could take her home. And like she was having diarrhea and stuff, so she was pooping it up in the house. I was just like, not necessarily.
It was so runny.
It was bad.
Oh my gosh! And that was when we had. I think that was in June when we had went to Atlanta, and oh my gosh, we had to take Simba with us. Like my mom, it was for my sister like graduation, and her birthday just so happened to be on the same weekend.
So we
as
decided
her graduation.
to take her out.
So we took her out and stuff, and my mom kept Debo. And we took Simba with us because my mom, she don't like cats, And me personally, I was never a cat person either. I never had an experience with cats before. But just listening to like the stories my mom or my grandma would tell about how the cat hiss at them, and and it's like not every cat is like that,
Right.
So I had to learn, how cats are. When I first met Lovey, she had a cat, so that was like my first time actually being around a cat and stuff like that. So it wasn't so bad. Like how my mom and them was saying, they'll hiss at you and try to steal your soul while you sleep and stuff like that. That did not happen at all.
Catwoman reference
for real. That did not happen at all. The cat was, they was actually sweet and stuff, and they mind their business for the most part. So I knew that I wanted a dog, and I knew she would want a cat. So I was like, okay. So again, compromising. I was like, okay, we'll get a cat.
It did take you a minute to warm up.
It took me a minute to like warm up to her, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When we got her, and you know how like dogs, you put like a gate up, they won't cross that border or anything. Like Simba, on the other hand, that little girl started crawling on stuff. That creeped me out because I never seen that. I'm like, we got a freaking monkey. This not a cat. Like, that creeped me out. I was like, I was not expecting that. Just seeing her climb up that gate. Just seeing her climb up that gate, I was baffled. I didn't know what to do. I was like, wait.
For real.
But cats are really not that bad. Like, you get their claws clipped and stuff like that. They're not as bad. Like, the scratches and stuff. Dogs scratch too. It's not just cats that's so bad and stuff. People give cats a bad name, really. And like I said too, cats are really not that bad.
They really aren't that bad. Yeah. They're actually very, very nice and caring, and they're every much so like a teenager.
Yeah, she's more so like a teenager. Yeah, she take care of herself. You have a litter box. You have to take a dog out every day and walk them so they can use the bathroom. Cat, she just had a litter box. They'll go just like a regular person go to the bathroom and stuff. It's simple, easy. They take care of themselves. You don't really have to worry about much. Yeah.
Back to that Atlanta trip though, because Simba, she was still a small cat, man. Oh my God, we had her in the crates. That girl was pooping everywhere. We had to stop and continue to just wash her.
It stinks. It was so bad. It was so bad.
And then she tried to we're riding around and stuff. We're holding her and trying to get to our destination, to Airbnb. And this girl is gripping the steer, she gets on the dashboard.
Yes, and trying to drive.
And trying to drive. She's holding the steering wheel and oh my God, I don't know. We're gonna have to post some clips about it on Instagram or something like that. Yes, y'all have to hilarious.
See it. And then she was pooping everywhere. Not everywhere, but in her little, cage and stuff. She was pooping everywhere. So we had to stop, clean it up and stuff. So Lovey, she just poured some, water and washed her up real good. And it's cats have a lot of fur, but when it like get matted down or wet or stuff. It's like, it's so funny how they look. They look like little mole rats. Like I had to post a picture of that because that was so funny. Just seeing her wet, like, oh my God.
She was frustrated.
Yeah, she was really frustrated. She was over it. She was like, I take me back. I do not want to go on this Atlanta trip.
I am bugging. I'm the first time Simba and Debo like had a meet in a sense to where they knew they were going to be living with each other. Mm-hmm. I would say that it was a little bit interesting. It was an adjustment for Debo. And a little bit for Simba too, because Debo's used to being a baby.
Yeah, he was used to being, the only one that has our attention and stuff like that. So he, it took him a little bit of time to get used to it and stuff like that. But, they tend to love each other. And we didn't mention, like, how we came up with Simba name.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Simba, her name is...
Simba.
It's her Simba. Her name's Simba. It's from the Lion King, and we want to keep my tradition of misgendering our cats. Yeah. So this time I wasn't gonna do it on accident. I was gonna do it on purpose. Yeah. So it just so happens that Simba's a girl, of course, and it's like we just coming up with what is a hard cat name. Yeah. In my opinion, yeah, you got Mufasa and stuff, but Simba, like he was really that cat. You know what I'm saying? Like he grew up, ended up being a boss. And so we just felt like it just will fit our cat so well, and it's just so feminine looking. Yeah, I can't see it as a boy name. No more.
I can't see it as a boy name either. It's just Simba and Debo. Simba will forever be a girl name to me. Like,
yeah, me too.
It just makes sense to have that like a girl named Simba. Like I don't know.
Even when you look at the way it's spelled, it's just cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's like a girl name. But yeah, They actually, believe it or not, they be like, cats and dogs don't get along and stuff. They get along. They do have their moments where they're like Tom and Jerry and stuff like that. And, Simba be giving Debo the little skippity pat.
She be giving Debo the business.
For real.
Like heavyweight champion Floyd Mayweather.
She be pulling his little whiskers. It's like we had to tend to get on Simba versus Debo more so. Yeah. Because Simba be beating Debo up. Believe it or not. She be beating him up. And she loved his tail for some reason. She would just be hitting it. And it makes Debo mad. And the craziest thing, Debo, he never bit Simba. Like, never. He might have, yawned and her head will pop in his mouth, but he never intentionally bite her to hurt her, and he's
very gentle. He's
very gentle with her.
Strength, but at the same time, she's the only one that can make him whimper. Like, because Deebo's a very tough boy, but he's a softie too, but she's the only one that will have Deebo like, oh.
Yeah, because like I said, she be giving him the little skibbity pets, and he just like.
The size difference is what makes it even funnier, because she still is so tiny.
Yeah, she is tiny. Yeah, I think she was like the rut of the
She was the rut, and so was Deebo.
Yeah, they both were. Yeah, mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, but Simba, she like. 1 minute when Debo is chilling, Simba go over there messing with Debo. Debo will be chilling, vice versa. Like, it's like they get on each other. No, they are true like siblings. They act just like siblings.
Yes, and their personalities. Okay, like Simba is more like
a teenager.
She's like a teenager, but she has the personality of like Mandy off of the Grim Adventures of, Billy and Mandy.
Or Wednesday
or something like that. And then like
off the Addams Family.
Right. And then Debo, he's more like Patrick
from SpongeBob.
So we even have voices for them. Like, we're those kind of baby parents. We have voices for our kids. Them. Let me see if I can do Simba so y'all can like hear and see.
All right, now I do Debo.
Okay, let's see what a regular conversation. This is what a normal, air quotes, conversation would be like between them two. What are you doing, Debo?
I'm minding my business. What you doing?
Mind your business somewhere else.
And then she'll go over there and hit him.
Yeah,
like, why you hitting me, Simba? Leave me alone. Because you're stupid. I'm not stupid. Mommy said I'm smart.
Waffles.
And Debo, he like pancakes. I'm like, pancakes.
It's just so simple. And it's like, Like, it's hilarious. And Simba's more of like she's like that teenager that don't want to come out of her room.
Yes.
But she don't want her door closed. She wants the option to come out without actually coming out of her room. And there are times where she don't want to deal with us. She will close her own door.
Believe it or not, I swear, she will close her door. She did it yesterday, actually.
Just closed it
Debo,
yesterday.
we had Debo outside. We brought him in and stuff like that. And she heard Debo coming in. She went right in her room. Next thing I know, I hear the door slamming. I go, she unshut her door. And I go in there. I'm like, Simba, why you shut your brother out? She looking at me like, I don't want them in here.
I don't feel like dealing with them. I don't want them in here.
I'm like, oh my God, Simba, okay.
Like, I just can't. This girl, Simba is very calculated. Compared to Debo, she's very calculated. I remember when she was still getting used to the fact, because we have cameras in our house, because we like to keep, watch them and see what they're doing. So we will always catch her in the middle of doing stuff, and she got sick of it. This girl unplugged the camera.
Unplugs the camera. I don't know how she did it, but like the box part that's plugged up to the wall, she yanked that out. How, I do not know. I kid you not. She unplugged the camera. And I went back home because at the time I was, looking at her on the camera. I think I was going to the store or something. Mm-hmm. And I think she was trying to mess with the blinds. I was like, Simba, don't mess with those blinds. And then for some reason I kept trying to go back to the camera. And it was like device disconnecting. So I'm like, what's going on? So I went home because, I'm like, look, I don't know if somebody breaking in the house or anything. So I go back home. This girl unplugs the camera. I'm like, Simba, what is wrong with you?
That was insane to me. Like
I was freaked out.
Used to cats being like weird like that, but I haven't experienced quite that. I'm just like, what in the world? Yes. And then there was times where we would look on the camera, and this is when back in our old place when we had a townhouse, when Debo and Simba had to share a room. So basically, we'll look on the camera. She'll hop on Debo's cage and it's close to the door. She's practicing turning the doorknob.
Turning it. Like with both of her hands.
With both of her paws. Trying to open the door. Like, where are you going to go once you do this?
Right. She was really trying. We had to move the cage further away from the door. She'll turn. Well, her and Debo know how to turn on the light. Debo, he'll stand up and turn on the light. I'm like, Debo, you running my light bill up? No, sir. Turn this light off. Like, to the point we had one time put tape on it so he could stop turning the light on. I'm just like, what? They are so smart. It is crazy.
It really is. And Debo, he's very, very smart too. He actually knows some Spanish.
Yeah, Debo
We have taught him Spanish. He knows how to, speak. We'll say like habla. We'll say siéntate. How to sit. Levantate, so he can jump up and lift up, and
give me a hug. Give me a hug.
And then Simba, the only thing she knows is like how to give a kiss. I'd be like, dame un beso. So she knows like she'll give a kiss and stuff like that.
You'll say Simba sit, she'll sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debo, he knows songs.
Yeah, he knows songs.
His favorite one is "Who Let the Dogs Out" by Baha Man.
Yes, he sing along with it.
He'll sing along with it.
He'll be like, "Who let the dogs out?" And he'll start barking.
On beat. And then I've been teaching him all about that bass by Meghan Trainor. So he only does the, I'm all about that bass. When the bass part comes, he'll bark. That's all he knows how to do. Yes. But it really is truly like raising children, because when we first got Debo, we didn't realize that, we have to crate train him, and he was gonna whine and cry just like when you get a newborn child. They cry all night long. You gotta train him to be in their crib and be okay with that.
He whined. His cry was it broke my heart. I was like, oh my God, why are you crying? I never expected to hear like a dog cry like that. Like, I guess he, had to get used to being away from his, mother and stuff like that.
His siblings.
Yeah, and his siblings. So, we had to crate train him because we didn't want him pooping everywhere. And he would cry. Like, it sounds so sad. It was so I could not sleep. And I had to be to work the next one. I could not sleep. It was just so sad. But he eventually, got better, got used to it, to the point, like, he'll put his own self to bed. Like, he'll go, when it's time to go to bed, I'm like, all right, Debo, time to go to bed. He'll go up the stairs and go right in his cage, wait for me to shut it. Like, Debo, he's actually a good boy.
He really
is. He's really good. He's really sweet. Like, people give pit bulls like harsh, like, reputation and stuff. They're vicious
so
and
sweet. Be a lot of times it's either
how they raise
them, or it be the breeds that are mixed and they are mistaken for pit bulls, and they absolutely are not pit bulls.
Yeah.
And they make them get a bad rap, and it's just I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, like it's not like Debo's. He's really sweet. I say I love you. He be like, "Arr-arr-arr." Like it is so cute. Like I love him. Like I look at them like my son and daughter. You know,
they're our kids.
Yes, and it kind of irritates me when people be like, "Y'all be forgetting they pets." Something like that's a dog, that's a cat. It ain't. Like
it's like, and we're
that's
a human.
our fur baby.
Right, it's our fur baby, and we're a human. We're just a different type of species. That doesn't make them any less than anybody else because they care. They care. They love you. They have feelings.
So much understanding.
And they understand everything. I could have a conversation with Debo.
Yes.
So seriously.
Yes. And he understands you. He understands you.
Everything. He does. I remember one time, oh my God, I feel so bad. And this is when I realized, oh wow, like he really understands what I'm saying. So I believe his aunt and uncle had came down. Their aunt and uncles, they had came down to spend some time with us and everything. And they were, I guess, like, spending some time with Simba. And
he was jealous.
Debo was jealous, and you can tell that he was jealous. But what I shouldn't have done in this moment is call him out on it in front of everybody. I really, truly did not know that, wow, Debo truly does understand me. In that moment, I realized that he did. So I was like, Debo, why are you being so jealous? This boy said,
and ran
upstairs. Like, he looked at me like, Mom, that's embarrassing me. Yes. Like, why did you do that? And ran upstairs. Like, his feelings was so hurt that I even said that I had to run up behind him, apologize 1 billion times.
Yes.
Like, it's just insane. There's a big misconceptions when it comes to how people do feel about pets. They're like, oh, no, you got to treat them like this, that, and third. Like, at the end of the day, you have to think about it like this. If you had gotten a child of a different race, of a whole different ethnicity, a whole different culture, and they don't quite speak English or anything like that, and you adopted them,
mm-hmm.
and now you're teaching them your ways and how do you feel and stuff like that, you're not going to treat them less than at all. That's how I feel. I feel like we adopted them from their parents.
Yeah.
And now we're taking care of them.
Yeah.
They're our kids.
And they understand, like I say, Debo and Simba, like I said, Simba, she's more so of a teenager. She don't like the
hard-headed.
Yeah, she don't like to be cuddled. Like when she's in heat, sometimes she'll cuddle up under you and stuff like that. But she don't really like to be like, cuddle and stuff like Debo do. He's a big baby. He like to be rubbed on and held and stuff. And we have to keep reminding Debo, you're not a little bitty baby, you a big boy.
Yes. Who
So
sheds?
yeah, he sheds a lot too. We have to get him like some clothes and stuff to keep his fur moisturized and stuff because he shed. And believe it or not, I am actually allergic to Debo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic. When he was a puppy, I wasn't allergic to him, but for some reason I just kept sneezing. My throat would be scratchy and coughing and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? So I finally went to the doctor and stuff. They did like the little allergy test on me and stuff. Come to find out, I'm allergic to Debo. Like when I touch him, I have like I'll break out into like these hives, like my whole arm and everything. When I rub him and stuff, if his hairs get on me, I break out. I had to like, wash it with soap and water and stuff like that. I'm
feeling so bad. I'm like, dang, man, I'm sorry you have to go through this. And there are times where I feel like Debo allergic to you too, baby.
He be sneezing too. I'm like, are we allergic to each other at this point? But yeah, like it was so bad. Like I'm on medicine for it and stuff like that. It's not the best, but I don't break out as bad as I used to. Yes. But I still have like, the sniffles and, sneezing every now and then and stuff like that. But it's not bad like it was. But, and it kind of hurt me because like I said, when Debo was a little puppy, that was my baby. Like I had him all the time. I hold him like a little baby. We was attached to each other, but
so as he's still getting used to not having the same level of affection as he used to.
Yeah, from me, because I rub him and stuff. I still rub him. I still play with him and stuff. But I had to quickly wash my hands and stuff like that, so I won't break out. And like the feeling of just like when I break out, it's like little needles sticking into me, and it's like a burning and itching, like sensation together.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is, and it's like, I feel bad because I want to, like, cuddle up with Debo and be on him and stuff like that, but I know I can't. So I don't keep my distance, but kind of sort of like, I allow him to, like, lay beside me on the couch or something, or lay between my legs or something, and I'll rub him and stuff like that. But like I said, he loves to jump and loves to give hugs. So he'll try to jump on me and
sit still.
Yeah, he don't know how to sit still. He'll jump on me and try to give me a hug and kiss me and stuff. So that's when I have to, okay, let me go wash my body off. So
I think it's worse with me because it's like when it comes to you, he got that respect.
Yeah,
he has really good respect when it comes to you.
Learned,
say you sit down, she gonna sit down. You do this, you do that. When it comes to me, when he sees me, he sees playtime.
Yeah,
he sees me. He's like I'm just like crack. He's like, Mama, look at my chi. I'm just like, boy, like sit down. Like I can't even stick my foot out. You know what I'm saying?
For real, he has a lot of crackhead energy. Like that boy is hyper.
And he will steal my socks. I don't know if I should be like, take it as a compliment that, he loves the way my feet smell, or do my feet stink? Because this boy, if we'll go outside, take him to the bathroom, I don't know why he is like this, but he will want to roll around and poo. Like, I don't get it. It's like, what are you doing? So I'm just like,
he likes to roll around in grass, and it just happened to be
poop
right there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah.
Oh. What are y'all feeding y'all dogs out there? Because my son should not be smelling like that.
For real, we took him to go poop one time. We were just walking him down the street, and like I said, he liked to play and stuff. He was just rolling around. We brought him back in the house. I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, babe, did you step in doo-doo or something?
Man, it smelled like open booty cheeks.
Like, it was terrible. We had to wash him, and I mean, after we washed him and everything, the scent was still lingering. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot. I was so upset because I was about to go to bed and everything, and we had to wash him and stuff, and then he was, of course, when he walked in the house, they had to wash that and stuff. It was a lot.
It was a mess. But let's just say, I had to wash my soul. I was dirty, boy. I was like, oh my God.
For real.
But I would just say, as far as my advice for anybody out there who has fur babies, it's okay to treat them like your kids. Because they are. They essentially are. Be patient with them.
Yeah, patience. I had to learn that a lot too, because like we said earlier, Debo, he has separation anxiety and stuff. So when we living at our old house, when we used to go to work and stuff like that, he'll do little stuff like bite up his bed, bite up the carpet or bite up the windowsill.
Yeah,
oh my
bite
God.
through the wall.
Yes, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
That's cute.
But we eventually found out that, it was separation anxiety and stuff like that. He didn't like being away from us and stuff. So we had to, of course, get him like some little stuff, little chew toys and stuff to chew on while we're gone and stuff like that. He eventually grew out of that, and he don't, chew on things and stuff like that. He, chew on his bones and stuff. But Debo, stuffed animals and stuff you can't really give to Debo. You have to give him like them hardcore like bones and stuff to play with and chew on and stuff like that.
I will still never get over. Look, we had given him this like cute little Scooby-Doo toy. It was a Scooby-Doo stuffed animal.
And he looked just like Scooby-Doo.
And he actually do look similar to Scooby-Doo. Man, one day I looked and Scooby-Doo, the muff cap was he done peeled his muff cap back blue. I was just, it was disturbing. I'm just like, good Lord, why?
Yeah.
I was tempted to have a funeral for that toy. I felt bad for it.
He had like this other little stuffed animal. It was like a little squeaky toy. It was like a what was it? Like a what kind of
like a little hedgehog.
Yeah, hedgehog. The whole face was just chewed off. I was like, oh my God, Debo.
He done bit the remote button out. The most important button. Like
the OK button.
Like on the Roku, we have a Roku TV, so that button is important to have.
Yes. And I'm just like, why? So yeah, growing up, teething and stuff like that, he was biting on different stuff. So we had to like kind of, get him little toys and stuff that is, tough for his breed and stuff like that he could play with.
Like wood.
Yeah, wood.
Like
we got him
a
big wood, a big like wooden bone looking thing. Like it's like a brick wood or something like that. Not a brick, but it looked like a brick
like a
size.
slab of wood almost.
Yeah. So, he chew on that, and he also got like a horn. He chews on that, and we get him like little turkey bones or stuff like that from the pet
At this
store
point, let's
and
just give him a bag because he's just chewing on minerals and metals and stuff. Like, look, if you want to lose your deposit, raise a pet.
Yes, oh my God. And Simba, like I said, she's more so like a teenager. She wanted to be left alone. She don't like to cuddle and stuff. Like, she had her moments where she do come up and cuddle on you and stuff like that. But it's basically like you have to wait for her to want to show affection.
Basically,
yeah.
Like with Debo, it's like one thing we always have to do if we go in the fridge and we got to fix us some, ice water or something like that, we have to pay the ice tax.
Yes, we have to get him some ice.
If you ain't paying your ice tax, I don't know what y'all doing out here.
And if we're cooking, baking, chicken, or anything, we have to pay the bacon tax. We
gotta pay the bacon tax. It's just insane.
We have to give him. Same with Simba. She'll come up there. I'm like, girl, you out here running up here like you really be eating this piece of ice.
Want it.
Yes.
She just be like, oh, you giving him some, you might as well give me some too. Like, I'm just like, girl, chill. Like,
for real. Like, girl, she be having whole attitudes. I mean, rolling her eyes at you and everything. I just be like, Simba, like, why you have to be like that?
Like, I can't deal. But y'all, that was so fun talking about just reliving all of that.
Yes.
I can't wait for y'all to see them.
I do have a question. Like, which do you think is smarter, a cat or a dog? That's a tough one.
Okay, that's tough because I feel like Simba doesn't really have a sense of danger.
She don't.
So she's not.
When they say cat have 9 lives, like they really mean it.
They
like
really do.
This girl, no sense whatsoever.
I feel like she has I wish a mother would. Like, she has that type of mentality. So she don't have a sense of a danger. You could do the do-si-do in her. She's not gonna go anywhere. Cause she's like, step on me if you want to. See what happens to your foot. Like, she's like that, And then Debo, he's just like
He's
like, very smart. He is very smart.
Very smart.
It's just like, let's say this. Let's say if I had a ladder, right? And I was to put something like, let's say it's on think about letter A. That's how I have my ladder set up. I put a piece of food right underneath the ladder. Debo will, instead of going down the middle to get the food, he's going to go on the side.
Yeah, he's going to go on the side.
Where it's harder. And I just don't understand that.
But I can't say he will, he won't eat it right there. He'll take it, move it away from the ladder, and then eat it. So, yeah.
He's picky too. Like, you'll feed him some food. Picky. He will pick certain stuff out. I don't know why.
Yeah, let me know if y'all puppies or anything do that. Like, Debo, like, you know how like you'll fill his food bowl up and stuff like that. Instead of eating out the bowl itself, he picks his food up out the bowl, sit it on the floor, or sometimes he'll pick it up, run a little bit to towards a different spot, put it on the floor, and then eat it. And then he'll just keep going back. Get it, put it on the floor, eat it. Get it.
Like, he's trying to change the scenery up or something like that.
Why do you keep doing it? And next thing I know, it's just a whole bunch of food on the floor. Like, I'm like, Debo, clean this up.
It's just insane.
It's weird.
Does anybody else feel judged by their cat while they're cleaning their litter box? I don't know why. I just feel like while I'm cleaning her litter box, like, yeah, clean my doo-doo. Like, I don't know. That's how you missed the spot. I just feel like that's how she is with me. And I'm just like, you don't have to stand right here and stare at me the whole time.
Yes. She really be picky about it.
Yeah. Then she'll go back over you and fluff it up and stuff like, this is not how I like it. I'm just like, girl, you act like you are a 40-year-old woman or something. Like, what is wrong with you?
For real. So what advice would you give to new pet parents?
To new pet parents?
Yeah.
I would say be patient with yourself. Mm-hmm. Because, not only do you have to be patient with your fur baby, you have to be patient with yourself because you're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes. And when you realize what those mistakes are, it might make you a little bit sad. You're like, dang, I didn't realize that I was doing this way. Do your research. Please look up stuff on YouTube. Look up different ways because it's so easy to, it's a challenge training, but it's doable. Like,
yeah, you do have to take a lot of like time out and patience, especially with training. Like when Debo was a little puppy and stuff, at one point I wasn't working and stuff, and I did have, time to train him and stuff like that. But of course I started back working, so I couldn't train him every day like I used to. So, he started getting a little hard-headed when I started doing certain commands and stuff. But I can't say, like, Callie K9, if y'all look him up on Instagram, that is the best, like, person to give advice about how to train your dogs and stuff like that. It's perfect. Like, we watched him and watched different videos of him.
It was on a Netflix special too.
Yeah, it was Netflix too. Yeah,
that was so
I don't know if it's still up there, but it was very informative, and it helped me be able to train Debo. That's why he know the things he knows Spanish, he knows sit and stuff like that. Even like going outside, I don't even have to put him on the leash. I'm like, okay, go use the bathroom. And then Debo come back, he'll come back to you. He knows stuff like that. He understands you. So yeah.
But it did not happen overnight. So
yeah, it didn't happen. It's not going to happen overnight.
To be patient. Just like you have to be patient with your kids, you have to be patient with your fur babies. You absolutely have to be. And
me personally, I feel like raising fur babies is, I know people be like, it's different. It's a, animal and, human. But me personally, I feel like raising fur babies is just as important, and they got a lot of stuff in common as raising an actual human baby. Even though it's two different species, I know, I understand it. But, the time and the effort you have to take out to put with your pets and stuff like that. And, just getting to know them, learning their personalities and stuff like that,
because they're their own little individuals. Yeah. They really are. When you take the time to look at that, you realize that they have their likes, they have their dislikes, they have their feelings, they have their good days, they have their bad days, they have their upset tummies, they have all of that. They get sick, and
you have to, like I said, you want to go somewhere, you have to worry about daycare and stuff.
Watch them.
It's a lot.
Doctor visits.
Yeah.
My gosh, y'all, pet insurance to me,
we did have it, but we was.
It was just like that's insane, because I just personally feel like, why would I have to pay y'all for me to pay what I'm about to pay anyway, just to submit a claim for y'all to be like, we don't cover that anyway.
And you don't even get the whole amount back when they do, give you some of it back.
And that's if they do.
If they do.
So it's like, I'm paying you about $250 a month for what?
I wouldn't say $250.
No, it wasn't that much. Yeah. But it felt like it.
I forgot how much it,
probably was. Like 75 something.
Yeah, probably like 70 or something like that. But
that's too much money to be.
It was just wasting, because like I said, it didn't cover all the doctor bills. Some of, the stuff. I mean, I know you can get like higher, like, policies and stuff.
But even then, that's probably still not going to cover certain things. It's just, it was a waste of money. We just decided to just do for them what we, get our money together and just do what we can for them.
Right.
Until they better the policies. If they can make it to where you can swipe your card and it
like an actual insurance.
Right, like real insurance. It's crazy. Can you imagine if all insurance was like that? Oh my God. Some people be like
dead.
Dead. Just for real.
But yeah, y'all, if there's anything you want us to talk about or need advice, hit us up on IG at @thefarmers_show.
And we're out.
Bye, y'all.